week 11, we're talking about sources, how to find them, how to evaluate them, how to make sure that they are reliable. And there will be several resources that I will have walked you through the week 11 overview relating to this. But I wanted to record a separate video on the library resources that are available for you. I think this is extremely important for those of you who are online students. So if you look over in our Canvas course page, in the sidebar, you will see a link for library resources right here. When you click that, it opens up to another page that the library has set up for us. When the library chat is available, this will usually pop up as being available, and you can type a question in and talk to a librarian live, which can be a great resource for those of you who might have to do research for other classes besides this one. There is also a frequently asked questions page. You can type in a question, submit, and see if your answer can be found there. So there are a few resources on this page that I want to introduce you to, walk you through how to use those for research. Again, you will be doing this stuff again, hopefully in your English 1001 courses. But if not, at least you have had some kind of preliminary introduction to what resources are available through the library and how you can use the library to help enhance your research. You'll see here at the top, there's a link called English Composition. This is a composition guide that supports the research assignments that are in all of the English classes from 099 all the way through 2089. So we have the guide home. It just explains how to use the research guide, and each of the links you can just click through. There are related videos. Most of them are really short. Some of them are recorded by the UC library staff. Others are from, or and then they use outside resources as well. So make sure that you investigate, take some time to click through, look through all of the different resources on each of the pages and read the information that's there. So I'm just going to click again so that you see that each of them have videos that are related. This one has a video called Summon Basics. Summon is the main search engine for the UC libraries. It's a great place to start so that you can find scholarly articles, books, streaming media, that kind of stuff. And if you just type your search criteria, social media, let's put social media in there. If you type it in, it will hopefully pop up into this, and hopefully you can see this screen that I'm sharing. Let's just make sure that we have the right screen being shared, and then you can see all of the various resources that come up. Over here on the sidebar, you can refine your search, and again, the Summon Basics will explain all of the details, including what all of these things over here mean, how they can help you with citation, where you can save it, email it to yourself, and other information there. But you can refine your search so that you can find the most accurate information that is peer-reviewed, scholarly, see if you can find the full text online, and that kind of thing. So you can limit your searches that way. Here you can see how my search results keep getting narrowed. We started out with many, and if I put it down to 1 year, we go from 775,000 plus down to 64,482. So all of these, because I have limited the search and refined the search, they will all be available online. They will all be scholarly, they'll all be peer reviewed, and it's research that's been conducted and published within the past year. So this becomes really relevant to you as you go further on into your college career and you're called on to do more advanced research for your other classes. So knowing how to use what's available to you through the library, doing research that is completely online and finding sources that are relevant to your research, but also acceptable and reliable sources. Very, very important. So make sure that you watch that Summon Basics video. And let me make sure again that we are on the right page. And that you're seeing the thing that I'm talking about. So make sure you watch that video. It's only 1 minute and 46 seconds. The speaker walks you through the various aspects of using Summon. It's really easy. Take a little time to play around with it so you can do some search. Again, there's also information on Academic Search Complete with an accompanying video. I recommend that you watch that video. And there's a resource here called the Research Log Worksheet. Let me make sure that my sharing is working. This is a fillable PDF that you can download and save to your computers if you want to use some kind of a tracking tool to help you keep track of the various sources that you are watching for or looking for. I read the word watch here and I said watching. What search terms did you use? Look through the results. Do you find any new ideas, new topics? How did your results change? That kind of thing. So if you wanted to use something like that, you can. I don't require it for my classes because I don't think it's necessary at this level. And then there is some basic information, knowing how to sift through the variety of materials that are available to you online and knowing your sources and figuring out which ones are the best for you, the most reliable. Again, another accompanying video with the transcript below. Again, a really short video there, reading and evaluating sources. This page is actually most relevant for what we're working with this week, making sure that we know how to evaluate our sources. So make sure that you watch the video here. It's 3 minutes long. I think I might have it embedded, or not embedded, but linked in our resources. But if not, you can take a look at that and any of the other links. The recast, remix, and multimodal assignment, you can skip over that page, but it does have a list of helpful things if you have to do some kind of a multimodal assignment for another class. And then the information on citing sources, that will be helpful when we talk about that stuff next week. And then, of course, there's links for how to get help. If you are associated, I think you're all associated with UC Claremont. So if you need to ask questions of the librarians there, you can do that. I'm not sure the link to the Academic Writing Center takes you to the UC Learning Commons if you need help to work with the tutors there. So you might have to do extra search for that. And then if you need to contact any of the guide owners here, you would just click on the correct person for for the library. At UC Claremont, our librarian is Kathy Liddell, and she is really super excellent as far as helping students get the things that they need. So please make sure that you take a look through that library guide. I will go back to the library resources pages to talk a little bit more about it. This link here is for those of you who might actually be available to go onto our campus at UC Claremont. I know that you are all online students, so many of you may be taking this class from a great distance and might not be anywhere near the UC Claremont Library, but some of you might be taking an online class, but also taking face-to-face classes. So this might be relevant information to you. It tells you about how to borrow materials and that kind of thing. Even if you're at a distance, you can still borrow materials from the library. Just look for information on how to get the materials to you at a distance. But I think most of the things that you need are available online as digital files, so that you don't need a physical book in your hands necessarily to do your research. So just make sure to take a look at the links through here, and let me go back and talk to you a little bit longer about the A to Z database list. So the A to Z database list has, oh my goodness. I mean, if you just look through the first page, which is A, you will see what we have access to through the UC libraries. It's amazing. So if you are looking for a source, say you did a Google search and you're looking for a source and you click on it and it takes you to a place where it says you have to pay $45 for an article. First of all, don't ever pay for an article. You can always try to get it through the library. If it's not available through one of these databases, you can still contact the library to say, this is the article that I'm looking for. Can you locate it for me? Can you get me a copy of it? And most often they will be able to pull through, get that article to you free of charge. It might be a photocopy of an article or that kind of something like that. But don't ever, ever pay for it unless you have a subscription because you're a member of a certain organization or something like that. Don't ever pay the ridiculous amount of money that they charge to get behind the paywall of a subscription service. It's just not necessary. We can almost always find what you need through these databases. And if you need help, of course, you just reach out to one of the librarians and they'll be more than happy to help you locate the information that you need to get to. So that's the A to Z databases. There are two in particular that I want to call your attention to. The first one is Academic Search Complete. So all you have to do is scroll down, but even if you didn't want to scroll down, you could just type it in here at the search bar, click go, and it takes you to that database. Then you just click on it. You'll be prompted, because you're a distance, you're working not on campus, but at a distance, you'll be prompted to sign on with your UC credentials and log in. And then it will open up for you. Let me make sure that we are on the right kind of page. And then you would just type in your search credentials. So again, we'll just go with social media. Just like we did with the summon search, we'll search social media. And then over on the right hand or the left hand side of the page, you want to make sure that you can get to the full text, right? So hopefully a PDF copy or the website. Make sure that it's peer reviewed, and let's say we'll limit it to the past 8 to, yeah, let's do like the past 8 years. So from 2015 to 2023, limiting our searches a bit, right? And see how, again, that limits your search quite a bit. So here we have articles. We have the HTML full text article. We also have the PDF full text. So I'll just show you a difference between the two. I'll pull up the PDF full text. And again, I will make sure that you can see that. So what you see here, it's actually a PDF that you could then choose to either print out or download. And over here, there is a series of links. So or a series of icons, not links. You can choose to close that if you want to, but you can also save it to your Google Drive if you wanted to. Save it to the cloud, print it out. You could email it to yourself, put it in a folder. And this one here, the one that looks like a page, is actually citation information. So this will be relevant to you next week, because we are working with MLA citation now. We'll have to create a works cited page and we'll have to use in-text citations. So for the works cited page, what you need to do is then open that up, scroll down, and make sure that you're choosing MLA 9th edition. And then you simply just highlight, copy, and paste it into your document. Conversely, you can also email it to yourself, and choose the citation format that you want. Again, from the drop-down menu, choose MLA 9th edition. Type in your correct email address. It can be your UC address or it can be a Gmail address. So that way you will get the PDF as well as the citation information within that email, and then just click send. So it's a really handy dandy tool. If I click on link, this is the link, the permalink to the article within the database. So that is the PDF full text. And then if we wanted the HTML full text, it opens up a page like this. Again, we have the tools, Google Drive, OneDrive, add to your folder, print, email, save, cite, export, create note, and a permalink. So it really just depends on whether you want to save it to your computers and read it at a different time, or if you just want to read it online. If that is the case, if you just want to read it online, then you do want to make sure that you, again, save that citation information so that you have it to copy into your document. Hopefully that all makes sense. So that is Academic Search complete. And then there is one other database that I think is super helpful for students in English 099 and English 1001. Sorry about that. Should have just done that. It is called Points of View Reference Center. So I'm just typing it in there. Of course, again, you could just go to the A to Z databases, find the letter P and look for it under there, or type it in. Here we go. Points of View Reference Center. So this is a really excellent resource, especially if you are called upon to do persuasive or argumentative writing, which you will in not only this course, but in your English 1001 course. Let me make sure that we are seeing the same thing. And they have a variety of categories. Now, sometimes you might have to come up with a topic all of your own, right? All on your own, and you're not sure what you want to write about, or maybe you have some idea, but you're trying to think of the pros and cons. So, for instance, in our class, we might be concerned about social networking sites, right? So if we click on that, it opens up this page, and it's a general page, but I want to call your attention to this stuff over here on the side under related items. We have a point and we have a counterpoint. Point: social networking sites are essential for relationships in today's digital world. So this is kind of on the pro side of the issue of social media or social networking. And then we have counterpoint: social networking sites encourage a sense of isolation. So you'll see this is related to the readings that we had in week 10, and again in week 11. where we're focusing on the pros and the cons of technology, in particular, social media, right? Or social networking. So if you click, say you side with the author Sherry Turkle or Maria Konnikova, they're both talking about how Facebook and technology use kind of makes us feel a little bit more isolated and unhappy. You could click on that counterpoint, and you're probably not seeing this pop up. Click on that counterpoint and hopefully you'll see this, and then you can read the article. Again, if you look down in the bottom left hand corner, you can get the full text, which we have there, as well as the citation information. Maybe. Oh, the citation. So the citation works a little differently on this. Oops. Sorry about that. I just closed my share. So let me go back into that pop-up. Hopefully you're seeing it. And I know I had a workaround for this, and I can't remember what it was. Let's see if I open up. No. So it's blocking my pop-ups. And I'm trying to remember the reason why it blocks the pop-ups. So once I find out how to work around that, I know there's a workaround. I helped a student with it last year. I will get that information published in our course page. Sorry for taking up your time with that. But again, at least you can see that we have the citation link as well, and you can email it to yourself so that you have something to cite if you want to use information from this page. So hopefully that makes sense. That is the Points of View Reference Center, which I said again is really great for seeing both sides of the issue. And that will come in very handy when you're called upon to do a counter argument for the thing that you are arguing in your writing. Okay, that is the end of the library resources. If you have any questions or need some clarifications as to how to use the library resources page, especially the databases, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, or you can reach out to one of the librarians to get your questions asked. Again, you can also put in your question in the frequently asked questions to see if they have an answer for you there. All right. Good luck with your research, and I hope you enjoy using these library resources. I think the library, having embedded their resources in each course, has done us a really great service. So I encourage you to take advantage of these resources because they really are fantastic. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.